All right, everyone. Hey, welcome. I think we are live. Says we're live now. Finally. Hey, all right. Hope you got your coffee this morning. I had my coffee this morning, so I'm drinking my energy drink now. Anyhow, how are we doing this Monday morning, everyone? Hey, just real quick here. What? I just want to say good Monday morning to everybody. Uh, I always have said, Mondays are great because we get to start the week over. It's like every day you get to start the day over. Mondays, a lot of people don't like Mondays because they live for the weekend. Weekends are great too. I mean, every day is great. Every day that we wake up, that we have the opportunity to show up and do the work that we do to make a difference, um, either in somebody's life or in our mission, or no matter what it is or how you go about doing that. Mondays are great because what you did not get done or completed last week, you can move that to the front of your list, get that done, and still plan for the rest of the week to get everything done that you want to get done. So it's a fresh start. That's the way I look at it. It's a fresh start. Mondays are a fresh start, and so uh, we just get that opportunity. And for that reason, I feel blessed. I feel uh, blessed to have many of you part of this group. I feel blessed to have the friends and the family and all those people that I have, and I'm extremely grateful for all that. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into all this here. Good morning, Allison, and good morning to my wife, Lori. So hopefully everybody here is ready to get the week started. Hey, first off, I got this background you see here. It's got the newspaper article, my daughter's picture. I always get kind of backwards of where they are here. I think this is my daughter over here, and the newspaper article here. Behind me is let's see, that would be on this side here. I'm looking at the screen and it's backwards on the screen. So behind me is this. Oops, wrong way. Is this picture here of me? So give me some feedback. This is a backdrop I'm looking at using for a PSA, for an announcement, for a marketing campaign, and trying, to draw attention, I guess, a little bit of emotion, some attention. Um, we want to launch this campaign by the end of this week. So worked on this towards the end of last week. And so just kind of want to get your feedback on that, because this is part of our podcast, a promotion for our podcast with the new format, the new branding. And as the title says, or what we're saying in the podcast, it states that, um, you know, uh, the journey of one father sharing stories of the unthinkable. Um, so as part of the PSA, as part of the announcement and for the campaign, just kind of like to get your feedback. Hopefully it's not too powerful, too strong, too emotional, or if it needs to be something a little different, always welcome your feedback. Anyways, hey, today we're going to be spending some time on the corner of open water safety. I know I'm up here in the north. We've had some cold weather. We've got some snow. There's been a lot of media in the news, because we've had a relatively mild winter so far, and so we've had a lot of media, a lot of news, attention to dogs, animals, people going out onto the ice and breaking through. So open water safety is extremely important because there's open water around all of us. Not everybody has a swimming pool or may even go to a swimming pool, but open water is always around us. So, barriers, layer of protection, education, knowledge, being able to swim, your children having that skill to float. And this also falls into our swimming safety, which I know Allison is here. So I know with those that teach the little ones how to float, many of them have part of their programs of not only teaching them how to float in a bathing suit, um, with a 20-pound diaper, but what happens when they have their winter boots on, their snow pants, jackets, gloves, mittens, hoods, scarves, all those things, and they fall into a pool, or even for that matter, fall into an open water lake or pond or something like that. So I believe it's all, it's extremely important, to understand that, open water and swimming safety kind of go hand in hand. So as part of our K Corner, our checklist, we're adding this, making sure that we have the winter, I guess, part of the swimming safety, and also, as part of our open water safety. So we want to make sure we have that in there. And so with that being said, I'm going to go and share my screen here, because and I'm going to pull up my checklist, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So hang on one second here while I switch over and pull that up here just a second, and we can share. Hang on a minute. Let's see. There we go. Get that over there. Just bear with me. It's coming. It's coming. Trust me. Trust me. Yeah, Allison, I just saw your comment here as I'm getting ready to go switch over to my screen. I'm so sorry for the loss of your cousin, or for, your cousin lost a 1 year old, um, and in Arizona, and you're right. It's that drowning has no season. You're absolutely right. It doesn't, and I think many times people let their guards down during this time of year. So I think that's why this checklist that I'm putting together, and we really need to I need to get my butt in gear and get this edited up and get it complete, and get it out there. Um, so every day that it's not out there, that we're not distributing it, is one day that, you just never know, something like this could get into somebody's hand. So let me go over here. Let me share this here. Make sure. Let's see. I think that's the one we want. So let me pull it up here. And so you should be seeing here. Let me pull up here. That's pool safely. Again, this is our K Corner, as you see here, a K Corner water safety checklist. And number one is in-home security. Number two is pool safety. Number three is swimming safety. We're going to add some more in here, especially with the winter swimming and all those good things. So we're going to add that in there. And then the other thing is we're going to, so we've got open waters safety. And I think in open water safety, it's key to understand that always swim in a designated area. Many people there's water, well, it says here, my internet. Let me just repeat that to here again. Water safety, we swim in designated swimming areas. So many people just see water and just decide, hey, there's water and I'm hot, whatever the case is, I swim. So if lifeguards are not present, always swim in front of a lifeguard. I think that's extremely important. Many people where I live in the Midwest, like our for example, our state parks, our state beaches have no lifeguards. They are all swim at your own risk. So I guess if I followed this item here, then we wouldn't even go to the local beach. But let me just say this: when we do go to our local beach, we've got a small lake just probably 6-7 miles from my house. We do go there and swim. It's just a small lake. There's a beach, there's campgrounds, there's no lifeguards because it's a state park, and it's really crucial that we understand that that safety is extremely important. But I watch parents all day long that are on their cell phones. Their kids are wearing the blow up water wings. They even states on their sign, at the state, there at the beach, no flotation devices, no PFDs, or anything like that. Which, I don't know. I understand. I understand, but at the same time, there's no lifeguards. It is a lake. There's currents. There's other things going on too. So, um, but the parents, let me just say this: on average, the parents do not pay attention. We go there, and I watch little 2-year-old children just run all over from the playground to here, and the parents are on their towels, just beach towel, just playing on their phone or sunbathing, whatever, with oblivious to where their child is. Never dive into water that you cannot see the bottom, especially if it's not designated as a safe place. I think that's um, actually Sean Slevin with Swim Strong Foundation out in New York City. When she shared with me, when we did a podcast with her, she shared with me just how dangerous the waters in and around New York City are, because they dump concrete. They dump, basically, that's their dumping ground. If it sinks, it goes in the water, for a big part of it, which means uh, there's oh, let's see, there's just a lot of junk, okay, that if you dive in, you can't see the water, or you can't see the bottom, let's say. um, and then you dive in, and you might think it's deeper than what it really is, and it's not that deep. So I think that's really crucial too. So um, I just wanted to pull up here. I'm sorry. Just wanted to pull things up here on my phone too. So, because I've got my screen share up, I don't want to miss any comments if there's any comments coming in. Then we always swim with a buddy. Do not allow anyone to swim alone. That's also should be in pool safety, in your pool safety plan, and also in your swimming safety plan, regardless of what type of water you're swimming in. And that's important. Never swim in an active storm, or if a storm is off in the distance. Again, same for pool safety and swimming safety. Never let your child swim in canals or any fast moving water. That's important because, matter of fact, Heather Babcock with Carissa's Caution, their nine-year-old daughter, was swept away up in Maine by swift water, where they crossed the river after a rainy season. The water level was a little high. It was swift. She actually got swept away, and was 24 hours later, or a day or so later, they found her. She had drowned, in what normally probably would have been, under normal circumstances, might have been a safe place to cross. But again, it was not a designated place to swim. It actually was fenced in, and they decided to try to cross the river there. And lo and behold, it was a bad decision. They've got a great program with Carissa's Caution, a great coloring book for children, a great program that helps children and helps people identify a safe place to enjoy open water, especially with canals or rivers and things like that. And just key things to look for if you are in you should get caught in one. Don't try to swim against it. Swim parallel to shore until clear of the current. This could save your life. Remember to flip, float, and follow. Okay, flip, float, and follow the beach until you're out of the current, and then swim back to the beach. So in other words, you get caught in one of these things, what really happens is people fight the current. They get tired, they get exhausted, they go further out, and next thing they know, they wind up in a vertical position. And those that teach the little ones how to float understand that when we're in a vertical position, that is the drowning position, and they drown. And so by flipping and then floating on their back, they find the lay of the land and swim parallel to the beach, which is going to take you out of the current. And then once you're out of that rip current, then you can begin swimming back to the beach, and continue when you get tired to flip. I think most adults, especially adults, probably don't realize or remember that. Seek shelter in case of a storm. Get out of water. Get off the beach in case of lightning. Some common sense things there, I think. But again, a lot of people don't heed common sense. Never cross a river when water is high, swift, or if you can't see the bottom. Okay, because if you can't see the bottom, there's a good chance it's too deep for the water that you're in. And if you're not a strong swimmer and you get caught in current, you could wind up in a panic situation and be in trouble. Um, Children that cannot swim will wear a properly fitted U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket, a PFD, when any time around water. All right. If they can't swim, it's important to instruct them that they need to go learn, regardless of their age. If they're 6 months, or in some cases, some instructors are teaching them much less than 6 months. This is a great opportunity for you to talk to them about some type of lessons, to teach them to float and to get them involved in those lessons, to find an instructor that is able to teach them that. So they, especially if they're in around a pool setting. If they're in open water, we're talking open water here, even if they have that ability to float, they should still wear a life jacket, in my personal opinion, because there's currents, there's things that there's different, the water is just different. In especially in open water, fresh water versus say seawater too. And it's important to remember that seawater, ocean water, is more buoyant, whereas freshwater is not as buoyant. So if you don't have that life jacket on, it's you're much more likely to sink in freshwater than you are in seawater or ocean water. Um, my child will, you're agreeing here to, on the checklist, you're agreeing that your child will wear a PFD life jacket when on a boat dock. Again, we've heard stories. Trish Mulestein is an instructor down in Orlando. She told me, shared a story on my podcast where she had a child that fell off a boat dock. They searched and searched and searched for them. 45 minutes later, the child was still floating on its back underneath the boat dock. So again, this was a good outcome after a long period of time. But again, life jacket on a boat dock would be extremely important. But again, having that ability to float for a child could also save their life. Learn about the flags. Okay, so flags are extremely important, especially for us that don't live along the coast or beaches. We need to understand. This has these colors here are color coded. So a yellow flag, it would have yellow flag with black letters. And then we have a red flag, meaning high hazard, rough conditions. Then we have a red over red, which is a double red flag, which means the beach is closed. The purple flag meaning marine pests, jellyfishes, and all those type of things. And then we have a red over yellow flag, which is recommended swimming area with lifeguard supervision, which we already stated. If there's no lifeguard supervision, especially if you're in a beach setting like the ocean, you don't swim. Quarter flag, that's kind of a black and white checkered flag, watercraft areas. And then we have the black ball flag. It's actually a yellow flag that has a black ball in the middle. And then we have the orange windsock. Everybody pretty much understands the orange windsock are those flags that people are, we see at airports, things like that, telling us. And then these flags and signs can go. This is a website where they can go to pull up additional information on this. We are looking to be adding some more information here, but I think water safety, as far as there's a lot of things plus the flag systems. Again, I've talked with many people that teach water safety on the coast. Many of them are the people on the coast that teach water safety. Let me just say, many of them understand, the people on the coast understand the flag system. So I'm going to come off of my, we're going to come off of the, let me find it here. We're going to stop our screen share. So we'll come back to our picture here. And so that's kind of where we're at on the open water. And like I said, we, just like Allison indicated, that there's no season. Drowning knows no season. Drowning is not, it does not discriminate. and it will show up when you least expect it. So it's actually you have to be prepared, and you have to be prepared for anything. And water safety is, in my opinion, it needs to be part of every household. It needs to be part of every person's lifestyle. Just as we make it our lifestyle to put our children in car seats, we make it part of our lifestyle to, um, learn what we need to do as new parents to keep our children safe. Water safety needs to be part of that same program. How we get the people to see it the same way, um, that I don't have an answer to right now. I know that's something that I'm working on a day-to-day basis with communication, messaging. That's why I was kind of asking you about the background here. If that hits, if that's too strong of a message, I don't know. Just kind of want your feedback on it as part of our ad and our messaging for our campaign that we want to launch. So we will appreciate any comments, any feedbacks on that you would have. I don't have anything else really. I just wanted to quickly go over this, being it's a Monday, to get the day started. I know everybody's been watching the news of Kobe Bryant, and I know a high-profile case there where a life has been lost and numerous lives have been lost. So I just want to put my prayers out to them, and and just like his work is important, our work also is important. And so we've got to keep doing what we're doing, because there's people that are lost all the time. So Allison, my heart goes out to your cousin, and with the 1 year old. And so um, anything we can do, let us know. If if that's something when you're ready, that if you that's something you'd like to talk about, I'm sure that'll be something you'll be talking about with your mission and everything that you're doing. So with that being said, guys, I appreciate everything you guys are doing. Enjoy the day, enjoy your coffee, enjoy what it is. Make the best out of today. Remember, it is Monday. You get to start the week over. If you didn't get something done last week, get it done first. Remember, go small. The solution is simple. Ask what you need to do today. What is that one thing? What's the one thing you can do today to move the mission of water safety, move your mission, what it is that you're doing forward in the right direction? If you need some help, assistance, reach out to me. Otherwise, we'll be in touch. You guys have a great day. Have a great week. We will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. And again, uh, I'll just leave it there. So you guys have a great day. All right. Find my screen here. We'll stop it now.